Hello. Yeah.
Anju ma'am. Anju ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It's already 10:30. Shall we start?
Yes, 1 minute, ma'am. Speaking with the speaker, ma'am. 1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Once you're done, you just start, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ready only. He's on line, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Electronics and Communication Engineering, New Prince Sri Bhavani College of Engineering and Technology, Chennai. Today, we are conducting an IIC self-driven activity on Empower Yourself as Electronic Engineer, and our speaker is Dr. R.I. Rajita Minister. Dr. R.A. Rajitha is a native of Karingal, Kanyakumari district. He is a good administrator, professor, motivational speaker, and a trainer by profession. Due to his passion towards charity activities and social service, he started his own NGO, Eagles International Foundation. He completed his BTech in Mechanical Engineering, ME in CAD/CAM, MSc Psychology, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. He worked as professor in King's Engineering College, Bethlehem Institute of Engineering, and Loyola Institute of Technology and Sciences. He also held the position of HOD, Chief Academic Coordinator, Vice Principal, Director Academics in these institutions. He has published and presented big number of journals. Due to his love towards student community, his desire is to give his talk to at least 1 lakh students. So far, he has given his talk to approximately 15,000 students. He is also serving as a president of Lions Club Killure Kings and JCI Kultare. At present, he is serving as a managing director of Dr. Nestor's Counseling Center. Today, we are privileged to have an opportunity to listen to him. On behalf of all who gathered here, I welcome you and thank you for accepting our invitation to be a part of this program. I also welcome our principal, HOD, colleagues, and my dear students to this session. Now, I hand over the proceedings to Dr. R.I. Tijadar Nester. Please, sir.
So good morning to you all. So respected Principal Dr. T. Saravanan, HOD Dr. G. Durga Devi, the IAC convener Mr. D. Gauri Shankar, the coordinator Ms. Anchu, HODs from various departments, faculty members, and my dear students. Good morning to you all. I hope we can. The screen is visible, right?
Yes, it's visible. Can you make it as full screen? Dr. Nestor, can you make it as full screen?
Visible now?
Visible only, yes.
There's some issue with things. Okay. So I think there's some issue with sharing it like full screen option. Okay, shall I move with this? The same procedure, I think.
Ah, yes. Carry on.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank the management for giving this opportunity, for being the speaker for this day. And the topic for this day is empower yourself as an electronic entrepreneur. So it's not that easy to become an entrepreneur nowadays, but still it's very easy when we have a proper planning. And so now I'm here to share a few points about how to become an empower yourself as an electronic entrepreneur. And I hope that the students who are attending today are mostly from EC background. And how many of you are happy today, this morning? Can I get yes in the chat box? Dear students, can you please post yes in the chat box? Dear students. Okay, good. So Sheikh Mohammed and Bharati from third year, good. So this is what nowadays the society and big companies, they expect. Leadership quality, one who comes forward when they get an opportunity, right? So now, are you ready for the presentation? I'm ready to share my points with you all. And okay. So most of us, we used to think what we are going to do after completing our PG course, right? So there will be two options. Either we have to go for higher studies or we have to go for some job, right? So when you go for higher studies, either PG or some research, or we can go for some training programs, which will be useful for us when we go for some job, right? So the other part is after completing UG, we can go for, or we can try for some government job, or we can try for some private job, like how some people come for campus interview and we will get placed in some companies, right? So that's how we get in some private jobs. Our next step is to start our own business. We will get some product from the manufacturers or from some business people, and we will sell it. And that's how we do some business. And the last option we have is becoming our own entrepreneur. So it's not that easy like how I said, right? So we need a lot of days to spend and we have to prepare a lot. And that's what we are going to see today in our presentation, right? So these are the basic checklist which we should have before starting or before becoming an entrepreneur. First, we should have a vision. So what we are going to start, what we should be our mission, and what should be our objective, and who are the targeted customers, and what are the positives, and what are the negatives, and how to withstand with the competitive world. And the main thing is how we are going to profit out of this. And we'll have a lot of people who are going to compete with us, right? So we should be very clear how we are going to withstand in this competitive world. And the last step is, it's not just to be an entrepreneur for a single company. We should be a serial entrepreneur, right? So here in this presentation, we'll be seeing three major areas. And I'm not sure that if I could complete it within this 1 hour, but still I will try to make it fast, right? Okay. So these are the major three topics, major three areas which we are going to see today, right? The first thing is 10 ways how to initiate the vision of becoming an entrepreneur. Next is 8 basic tips and basic ideas once after becoming an entrepreneur, how to become successful. And the third one is 30 ways to become a more successful entrepreneur. So today we're going to see these three topics. And most of us will be having some vision in our mind, right? So after completing our engineering degree, we have to follow certain policies like following our parents' business, or start our own business, or try some companies. This is what we used to have some plan, right? So here, it's always better to better to have our own business, to have a own entrepreneurship, and it gives us so much pleasure to be our own boss, right? So here, right. So first thing, tips and basic business ideas for electronic engineers who aspire to become an entrepreneur. So it's not that easy to become an entrepreneur, as I said. So here I'm going to share a few ideas which I have in my mind. It's very simple. If I ask you to prepare a hot water, how many of you can prepare a hot water? And I'm sure most of us we used to say that yes. The reason is we have some idea how to prepare the hot water, right? But still, there is some procedures how to prepare a hot water. There's a basic simple example, right? And that's how I'm going to share in my presentation, right? So become a successful entrepreneur and turn your knowledge and skills into something productive and profitable. It's not just starting an entrepreneurship and just running a business just for our daily needs, right? So it should be profitable and it should be productive, right? And people, the society, they must be productive. They should be useful, what we are going to generate, right? The first thing is, each and everyone must need a proper training to become an entrepreneur. Nothing gets fully trained. We can't get trained overnight, right? So it takes a lengthy process. When you're studying, when you're doing your UG itself, you can get trained in various processes, like to start with training in various disciplines, right? So we have industrial automation, matrix laboratories, embedded system, etc. And a lot of training programs are there nowadays in the market. And 1 week workshop will be there, 2 weeks workshops are there, monthly 1 month workshops are there. You can get trained in that workshop, and once you complete this workshop or training program, you will become an basic entrepreneur. You will get some ideas, and at the end of this presentation, I will give you some assignment which you can prepare and keep it yourself and it will be useful for you to prepare yourself to become an entrepreneur, right? And the next one is the second one, electronic toys. And nowadays, in all the areas, you can see electronic toys, right? Particularly in hardware, right? Making electronic toys can help you to have a long way, making a fruitful career, right? Recent days, you can see even a small kid is using a toy, and even big companies, they are using these kind of toys to make sure that the works are done properly. It's just an example which I have shown here. Lot of robotic toys are there, right? And in lot of companies, we can see automation. And to start with, to become a small entrepreneur, you can start with small toy store and turn how these toys are working, right? And nowadays, automation is a main thing in many companies and even in small companies. And start right from the small childhood, like even a 6 months baby, you can see a toy in his hand playing with that, right? So they get some ideas how to use that toy. And when days goes on, even the small kid, when he comes to 5 years or 6 years, he start dismantling and start assembling the toy. That's how he becomes an engineer right from the childhood, right? And next, third one is sales, service, and repairing. And nowadays, it's major. In most of the places, we can see people selling the product, and after that, we can't see them. Even many companies, once they sell the product, and after that, we can't see them, right? But to become a big and successful entrepreneur, we should be very specific that our products are once sold or once we distribute, when it must be properly monitored, and we have to have a proper periodical monitoring or servicing or repairing. Once we receive a call from the customer or the client, immediately we have to respond them. So how it's going to help an entrepreneur is it's very simple. So once when we go for the servicing, we'll get some ideas how to eradicate these negatives and how we can start a new business out of it. And either we have to sell IT products, and recent days you can see a lot of gadgets, right? Starting from mobile phones or a tab or PC, laptop, and a lot of things are there. And these kind of products we can see in the market, starting from a primary school and or research scholars office. So each and everyone needs these kind of products to be serviced or repaired, because the electronic components, it can't be for a long, but still in case of repair, it's better to get involved in this. So how we get some knowledge about how to repair this product and how to rectify the issues in that. So by this, we can get some ideas how to generate or how to manufacture a new product out of this, right? And next is PCB manufacturing. And in most of the big companies or in most of the houses, you can see this PCB boards, right? It's very easy, but still to get a basic idea, we can, like, a small investment or a big investment can make you to become a big entrepreneur in this PCB assembly process, right? The reason is in all the electronic components, you can see various parts, right? So these kind of electronic parts, even in sensors, right? So each and every part will have different designs. So in that design, they will have some different structure or protocol, how to follow this. And those things are printed on the board, right? So these kind of things can be done in this PCB manufacturing sectors. And next is developing embedded products. And as you all know, electronic hardware as well as software hardware, various they're using like various smart home devices are used where embedded systems are used, right? And even in home, we can use various components or various products, which by using this embedded system. And you would have seen nowadays a fan with a light, and using the sensor or a remote control, we can make it to run, or we can make the light switch on, right? And these kind of things are done by embedded products. And this seems very small, and even we can make by 10 by 10 size room, we can buy things, purchase things, keep it in that room, particular room, be 3 or 4 friends, you can join together and you can assemble it, you can learn something from it, and you can sell it to the companies. And then you can see various GPS trackers, and these kind of things are done using this embedded products, right? And next is electronic test equipment rental service. And nowadays, many companies or many showrooms or many service uh, places, they need these kind of electronic testing equipments. Okay, so these kind of electronic testing equipments are needed for the market nowadays. Most of them, they won't purchase this kind of things for their need. The reason is it may get repaired or it may be very costly. So when we purchase these kind of things and we serve to the society, and it will be very much useful for us as well as the market people. We'll get a good network, and we will get a good marketing, and we can learn what's happening inside the product and what the need for this product in that company. So such equipments, when we give it for rent, may result a long-term benefit for us, right? So these kind of electronic test equipment rental services also will make you a basic entrepreneur. And once you become an entrepreneur, and then you can improve yourself. And next is industrial automation. It's no wonder, and you would have seen this kind of equipments in your lab, automation equipments, and recent days, like last 10 to 15 years, you can see mechatronics, a wonderful subject in mechanical EC, and I think in EC AAA also we have the same subject, mechatronics. It's a combination of mechanical and electronics. In most of the companies become this automation. When 100 human can work, a single machine can work, it's equal to 100 person working or producing a product, right? So it's very simplified. It very much simplified this kind of product. When we can, what we can do is we can manufacture this kind of products and we can sell it to the company. And in every company nowadays, they are preferring this kind of automation products. The reason is time consuming. As it said, 100 person can make a product for 10 to 15 days, but office automation can do it within 1 hour. And most of you would have heard, and a Rolls-Royce car, it takes 6 months to get manufactured and come out of the company. The same time, a Toyota, it takes 13 hours for a Toyota car to get assembled and to come off the company. So this is how automation gets into this. Earlier days, a Rolls-Royce cars, to get one Rolls-Royce cars, it takes minimum 3 to 4 years, the manufacturing, the assembly, everything. But now it takes 6 months. So everything is replaced with this kind of industrial automation. Nowadays, robots are used in various places. Even in Chennai, some years back, I saw one ad, I think near ECR Road somewhere. In one hotel, they were using some robotics to serve food to the customers, right? So this is because of the recent trends. They're reducing the manpower, and this kind of automations are used. These kind of things can be learned, and once we learn, it will be very much useful for you to become a big entrepreneur. The whole world needs this kind of automation nowadays. Right, and the next is electrical panel manufacturing. The major role played in all the companies or all the buildings, civil construction, architect, or a commercial building, or a mall, or whatever it may be. Everywhere you can see this kind of electrical panel control. Have some fitter breakup part in each blocks, and these kind of things are mainly used to regulate operation in electrical equipments, right? Such panel provides protection against the damage, right? So earlier you can see when something happens like power cut or voltage fluctuation, immediately it gets used, right? So nowadays it's not like that. These kind of boards are very much useful, and automatically it gets stripped, and without getting electrician, we ourselves can rectify the issue, right? So these kind of things we can learn or we can train, and we can make use of this kind of concept to manufacture some products, and we can sell it. And right. E-waste recycling, and most of the places you can see these kind of e-wastes, right? And it's common, as I said earlier, electronic devices, most of the electronic devices, when it comes to power voltage fluctuation or some other issues, it gets repaired or it gets totally corrupted, right? So once it's totally corrupted, we can't use it again, right? A simple example is a laptop hard disk. Sometimes when it gets corrupted, we can't get the files again, and automatically it goes for e-waste, right? Once what they do, they dismantle all the parts, and again they used to recycle it and make it as a new product, or it gets dumped, right? And these kind of products we can get collected from the people who are having this kind of companies or schools or colleges or various organizations, companies. We can collect it, and we can recycle it, and again we can sell it as the first product, right? So this is how e-waste recycling take place in many nowadays. Many companies, they have started this kind of processing in their company itself. The reason is around 50% of the profit, 50%, more than 50% of the income we can generate from this, right? So we will purchase a product for 50,000 rupees. Within short period of time, the 50 it gets repaired, and then it's not of any use, right? So these kind of e-waste recycling companies are very much needed for the society nowadays. A small amount of capital investment is needed, as I mentioned in the last point, right? So it's just a small room. Just we have to collect the materials from the companies or schools or whatever it may be, right? We'll collect it. This kind of e-waste recycling process is converted into money. All the presentations which I have, all the slides, each slide will take minimum 5 to 10 hours of time to make you very clear. And after this presentation, you can discuss with your HOD or the coordinator or the principal. And if time permits, you can have a workshop related to this. There are a lot of people in Chennai itself, right? So these kind of things. Once you get a one-day workshop or 2 days training program, automatically you will get a good enthusiasm to become an entrepreneur, right? And next is LED light assembly process. As we all know, now the old system, everything is replaced into an LED process, right? Earlier we have ordinary bulb, dim, it was very dim, and then the voltage we used to buy high volt bulbs, right? And next it was changed into like white color light, and then white color bulb, and then it was replaced to tube lights, and then it came a CFL bulb, and nowadays LED bulb is one of the major and one of the biggest selling product in this world, right? And the reason is it consumes electricity, and in many places they are using these kind of products because it's reliable. And the other part is you can use sensors in that. You can reduce the voltage, you can reduce the dimness or the brightness of the bulb, and there are a lot of options within that LED bulb. So who is manufacturing these kind of products? It's one and only you ECE engineers, right? And this, as I mentioned in the second point, eco-friendly and power efficient. And in lot of organizations, they have replaced this LED bulb. Earlier it was tube light, and CFL bulb and ordinary bulbs were used. But nowadays LED bulbs are used, and these kind of bulb are used or manufactured because only by ECE engineering students, right? Okay. So next is tips for entrepreneurs. So last 10 slides, we are seeing how an electronic engineering student can become an entrepreneur, right? So now we are going to see few tips how to become a basic entrepreneur, how to enter into an entrepreneurship, right? So last 10 slides we are seeing how to become an entrepreneur. Being an EC student, how to become an entrepreneur. See, these are the few things which I have shared with you. There are plenty of things in this world which you can become an entrepreneur in your field itself. It won't cost very much. Even a 5,000 rupees investment can make you a billionaire. You can ask how. There are a lot of methods and lot of procedures, branding, marketing, sales, and periodical review, customer satisfaction, how we are making our staff members satisfied, how they are generating the products. There are a lot of things. Okay, so next we are going to see few tips for becoming an entrepreneur. Right. The first thing is addressing real world. There are a lot of products in the world, right? Plenty of products. That too, when one company manufactures a product, similar products are manufactured by other people. Am I right? Can I get yes in the chat box? Yes. Bharati, third year EC, Hema, EC. Any other students, participants? We have 36 participants here. Yes, good. Vashini, third year EC. Sheikh Mohammed, good. Good participant. Good participation. Kiran Kumar, okay, good participation. Good, thank you. Thank you, students. Right. So I'm sure you people are to become an entrepreneur very soon. It's not that after completing your PG, UG, maybe before completing your PG, even Ganesan, Jayashree, Kiran Kumar, thank you. Thank you so much. And coming to the point, addressing real world problem. You would have heard about Abdul Kalam, right? No one in this world without knowing Abdul Kalam. Earlier, the lamp, right? The when people they don't have this in some accident, they would have lost their legs, and for that artificial lamps were manufactured, and you would have heard from this from many people. It was very heavy, right? Very heavy. So the people who are having this artificial lamp in their knee, it takes very hard for them to move forward, move backward, or move somewhere, right? So what our former President Abdul Kalam he did, he made it very weightless, right? So that it was very useful for the people. So real world problem, right? So we have to be, or we have to think what's going on in this world. It's always very easy to copy someone else, right? But having our own product to introduce in this world, it's not that easy. And we feel so happy to introduce a new product to this world, right? So we have to study the real world problem. And you may have unique ideas, but it's very crucial to solve in this real world problem. The reason is everything is imagination, right? But how we are going to that imagination into reality? It takes time, it takes courage, we have to be brave. There are a lot of things. And the society, the major play or the major role the society they do is demotivate, right? Just ignore what people say. Just have what you have in your mind, just study the real world problem and just plan what you can do. Discuss with great minds or great people or who can motivate you. Make sure you are with people surrounded with positive minded people, right? We have people who can criticize us, we can demotivate us, but one and only one who can motivate you is you, right? So study what is the real world problem, learn, understand the situation, and just replace what's happening earlier, right? This is what we call existing product and the current product, right? And market research, one of the major thing which you have to plan before becoming an entrepreneur or when you enter into an entrepreneurship, right? Market research is nothing but the product must be very much useful to the society, right? Without any use, there is no use of manufacturing that investing some amount. Okay, so we must be very clear, or we must be very much clear in our mind that whatever we are going to manufacture must be highly innovative, because there will be hundreds of people who have the same idea inside their minds. For example, they would have heard about a mobile, so they'll be thinking, okay, these kind of mobiles can be manufactured, right? So what you are going to do out of this mobile, using this mobile, how you are going to make difference out of other mobiles. So this is how you have to make market research. So this that product is going to be differ from other things. So this is how you have to make a market research. As I said, becoming an entrepreneur is very easy, but sustaining as an entrepreneur is not that easy, right? The reason is you have to face all the consequences. You can only when you are very much clear about all these things, right? Next is choosing your partner, right? So choosing your partner is not that maybe here in this entrepreneurship, I would have mentioned as the partner whom you're having for your business, right? Partnership is nothing but having a childhood friend, or having a one who sit next to you in a classroom, or your hostel mate, one who stays with you in the hostel, or getting married to someone, or one whom you are going to have as the partner for your business, right? Select or choose the right partner so that you can become a successful entrepreneur. Make sure that your business partner is totally committed, or and he can manage even in your absence, right? Your partner should be very much cooperative, right? Very much cooperative, so that we can consume a lot of time. Both of you should have a unique mindset, so that you can have a lot of new innovative ideas. You can generate profit. Your team will be unique. They will be united. There won't be any split up in your team, or else your partner will have separate team and you will have separate team. Different opinion will be there, and the development part will be very less, right? So once you become an entrepreneur, make sure that you select a right partner. And next is work experience. Always I suggest be single one than to have a partner with you in your business, right? Lot of issues automatically will generate. So it's very common, right? So priorities will be given on either sides. So technical knowledge must be there, right? So you should have prior work experience. So get trained, as I told you earlier, right? So should know how to handle the hurdles you face, right? Starting from the beginning till the end. It's, as I told you, it's not that easy to go along with this market. You will have to, will have to face a lot of. It's part of our business prosperity, right? So once if you face hurdles, you can learn a lot of things, and you know how you can know how to handle things, right? And this is how you can be stable, right? And next thing is stay competitive, right? The lot of, as I told you, lot of products are there in this world. Okay, so next is stay competitive. There are a lot of products in this world. So each and every day there will be a lot of products, but we have to retain and we have to be strong. I'll tell you one example. Once Nokia cell phone, or the Nokia company was the first and best mobile company in this world, right? So hope most of you know. But what happened? Day by day things changed. New brand came into the market and sustained for a long time. And here I would like to share one thing. Nokia, during that time, when Android tried to have some collaboration with them, they didn't accept. And what happened? Samsung company was there. It was next to Nokia. At the same time, Android was collaborated with Samsung, and nowadays it became a big marketing, big mobile company in this world. So stay competitive and make sure that your competitor is making some new product. Before that, we have to be strong in our concept, right? And the next thing is focus on long-term goals. It's not that it's just like manufacturing a product today, sell it by today itself, getting a profit. Okay, that's done. It's not like that. It should be a long-term process, right? So today you are selling a product, and with that product, your people, the client should refer it to many people, and those people must come to you, and then from that, your business go as a chain process, right? So you must have a long-term focus, right? So it's very simple to plan for a long-term process and make it implement, okay? And next is seek guidance, right? So it's like what experienced people will have a lot of ideas, but make sure that these kind of ideas can be implemented with the vision which you have, okay? Yes, you are going to be the entrepreneur and you're going to invest something, and you will be having some plan, and those plans must be implemented according to your will, to your vision, to your mission, and to your objectives, right? But same time, get ideas, get some guidance from experienced people, and they will be knowing a lot of, they will be having a lot of research ideas related to that, right? So main thing is technical advice, how the technology goes, marketing advice is definitely needed, how to market your product, production. Once the manufactured product is sold out, the next product should be manufactured, production, financial. Without any profit, it's no use of manufacturing a lot of products, right? So financial sustainability must be there, profit must be there. So we need a marketing advisor, financial advisor, manufacturing advisor, branding advisor. Without branding, nowadays nothing is possible. Lot of social medias are there. Digital marketing is blooming now, right? Starting from WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, and a lot of things are there, right? So step by step, enter into this. Definitely one day you're going to be a great entrepreneur. There might be some questions rising within you. Why a lot of people, when they have ideas with entrepreneurship, why they couldn't sustain in this society as a good entrepreneur? Lot of reasons are there, okay? The next point is one among those reasons, obtaining legal protection, right? So many people, they start their manufacturing company, they become an entrepreneur, they just manufacture, they sell it. But the most important thing is paper. Without proper paper or proper document, it's not advisable to start or to run a company properly. Government norms are there, government rules are there. So we have to follow certain rules and certain norms constituted by the government, right? So before starting an entrepreneurship, we should have some documentations. We have to register our company. We have to get some certification, purchase material, the component manufacturer, the product production room or production plant must be there. We should recruit staff, and where we are going to sell this product, whether our product is legally safe, whether we have a copyright. And once the product is sold out and a lot of people they are getting this product, we should have a trademark, right? Okay. And next thing is getting patents. Patent is very simple. It's not like, it's very simple. Once the product, once you make a research work and get your product done, it's always better to get patents to your product so that no one else can make the same product again. Trademark is nothing but You would have seen T, right? Trademark TM. Okay, a small circle near to your logo. So this kind of government norms, products, things will be make you sure that you're a professional entrepreneur, right? So now we have completed 2 sessions, and the third session is a common topic. And okay, so next is 30 ways to become more successful entrepreneur. And today here I could see 34 participants and 2 from my side, so 32. So HODs, faculty members. So I am sure that around 25 students are there attending this webinar, right? Dear students, I hope that lot of students, they would have thought why I should attend this entrepreneurship program or training program or this webinar. So you 25 students, you are attending this program, and I'm sure that out of this 25, at least 10 students you can try for next step to become an entrepreneur. Remaining 15% of students, to be frank and to be practical, like faculty said, to just attend, I'm attending, right? So how many of you are there attending this webinar to know more idea or to get more idea about entrepreneurship? Can I get yes? You got my question? How many of you are here to know more about entrepreneurship? Can I get yes? Good, good. Varshini? Good. Sheikh, okay. Nandini, Sheikh Mohammed, good, very good. So I'm sure that you people have some vision or have Ajita, Kiran Kumar, good, 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 very good. I think that you people, you guys have some vision or have some interest to become an entrepreneurship, right? So I tell you one thing, rather than being to work in a company, it's better to be your own boss, right? Just invest a small amount and you can make sure, or you can make a big product or big profit. So today, from the next slide, I'm going to share how to become more successful entrepreneur. So till the previous slide, we were seeing something technical, and from next slide, it will be something general, okay? So whether you're just starting out or you're going to start the world business, who doesn't want to be more successful entrepreneur? Hope I think you understood the question, right? Whether you're going to start your own business or you're going to take charge of your parents or your grandfathers or grandmothers, right? This is the question. So first thing, if you're going to start for the first time, you should have lot of planning, lot of research work, lot of studies, right? If you're going to take charge of the existing one, make sure in what level the company was and what level you're going to make the company to next level, okay? And can anyone tell what is the difference between a business and an entrepreneur in one word or in one sentence? Ajita, Kiran Kumar, Nandini, Varshini, and I have a request to the coordinator, ma'am, Ms. Anshu, to note down these students' name and have the list with you. And I would like to have a small discussion with the coordinator and HOD, ma'am, regarding these students, the participants. Please note these names Madam Coordinator, Ajita, Kiran Kumar, Nantini, Varshini, Ganeshan, Jayashree, Sheikh Mohammed. Good, good. Really, I would like to appreciate you, students. Really, I would like to appreciate you. And success doesn't come overnight. It takes time. You can start from a small scratch. It's very simple. You can start like this. You can start with a small notepad. So what you're going to have, what you're going to do with a small notepad, you can think, you may think, right? So what you're going to do with is small notepad or a small bit of paper, right? So within the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll cover the next few slides. Okay. Right. We have another 15 to 20 minutes, I hope, right? So business is different from entrepreneurship, right? Business is purchasing something from the manufacturer or some other company and selling it to the customer is business. We will buy some product for 50 rupees and sell it for 60 rupees. And that 60 rupees will be our profit. Sometimes from that 10 rupees, we will have to pay some tax or something like that. And the rest of the things will be for us, right? So this is business. And in this business, we will have a lot of restrictions, right? Transportations will be there, marketing will be there, and a lot of things will be there. And entrepreneurship is making your own decision and realizing your creative vision and developing a long-term relationship with other entrepreneurship and vendors, right? Once you become an entrepreneur, a lot of people will come to you and you can have a big network in this world. Starting from a small scratch, you can sell it to the whole world. I'll tell you a small example, right? A small piece of iron rust, right? Iron rust, okay, through kambi, right? When you sell it to the people, maybe 1 kg will be 5 rupees or 6 rupees or maybe 10 rupees, right? Just understand and be clear what I'm sharing. Rust, right? Or UST. Rust. 1 kg of rust, 1 kg of rust will be 10 rupees or maybe 12 to 15 rupees. The same piece of rust is taken into some process, right? And the same piece of rust is made into an iron piece. Now the same iron piece of rod, 1 kg cost 60 to 70 rupees. Same piece, right? Next, the iron piece which is sold for 60 rupees, it is made a small key ring like this, right? Got it? Key ring like this. So now 1 kg, it cost 150 rupees. Okay. Next, the same iron piece, iron rod, it is molded, heated, various processes are taken place, and a small nut and bolt is made. Now, the same product is sold for 400 rupees. So when you go to an automobile showroom and ask him to give you a bolt nut for a Splendor bike, he will give you. So this product per piece, it costs 100 rupees. The same product, when you go to some other automobile shop and you're going to ask him, sir, I'm having Skoda car and I need a bolt and nut for my car. The same bolt and nut, you will get it for 500 rupees. And you're going to next automobile shop, there you're going to ask him for a nut and bolt. just ask him, sir, I am having a Mercedes-Benz or BMW car and I am in need of a nut and bolt. Just imagine how much it will cost. The same nut and bolt, it will cost 1,000 rupees, right? Next, aeroplane, the same nut and bolt, it will cost 5,000 rupees. And next, aircraft or rocket, the same product will be for 50,000 rupees. Just imagine. Okay, so by this, I would like to end my session, but still I'll make it a little bit fast. The 30 ways to become a more successful entrepreneur. So first thing is be courage. And next thing is to become a successful entrepreneur, you must trust yourself. And next thing is successful entrepreneur are passionate about their work. And next is to become a successful entrepreneur, you must take risk, trust yourself, reduce fear. Successful entrepreneur visualize their goals. They will be having a lot of goals, right? And I thought of asking your goals, but due to less like a shortage of time, we'll have a lengthy discussion in our webinar, right? Have great partners to help you become a successful entrepreneur. Right? To become a successful entrepreneur, you must act fast, right? So you will be planning something today. You will be thinking that to implement it by next week. By that time, a new business people will come inside. And next is successful entrepreneurs spend time on important tasks and are patient to see result. Once when you see some failure, automatically many people, they feel depressed and they get rid of that, right? And next is plan your finance. And next, see who is your customer. And next, successful entrepreneur listen to complaints, right? Exceed everyone's expectation and manage risk to become a successful entrepreneur. Usually self-promote, and successful entrepreneur set and oversee positive company course and network, major thing which you have to see and learn and create. And next is successful entrepreneur deliver, and they won't sell. Take baby step, put everything on your calendar, exercise to become more successful entrepreneur. And successful entrepreneurs stay focused, take time. Successful entrepreneur ask questions, learn from your video, get inspired, and successful entrepreneur lend hands. Okay, so thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. And if you have any queries, you can post it in the chat box, or you can raise your question raise hand button. Any questions?
Dear participants, if you have any question, you can ask now. You can contact him through his mail ID and his phone number is available. You can contact him also. Now I request everyone to switch on your video. We'll have a photo session.
Thank you, Sheikh Mohammed, for your feedback. Lots of information gathered about entrepreneurship, sir. And Sheikh Mohammed, you can contact me and make sure you get proper permission from your faculty members, and you can contact me, right? So no problem. Anytime you can communicate to me, and we have a lot of ideas how to become an entrepreneur, budding entrepreneur, will support it, right? So, okay.
Everybody, please switch on your video. Thank you, participants. You can switch it off now.
Thank you for your feedback.
Yes, let me tell out of thanks, Nestor. Wait for a while.
Dr. Nestor?
Yes, sir.
This is Dr. Durga Devi, head of the department. The session was really nice. Thank you very much for spending your valuable time with us. Thank you. Really, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, shall we wind up the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can.
Yes. Thank you, Nestor. Thank you, all participants. Thank you for being with us. Once again, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.